Welcome to the Colonel's Softball Express. It was a beautiful day in Nashville and the wind was blowing out as the Colonels opened conference play against OVC newcomer Belmont. And we'll pick up the action in the top of the second where redshirt sophomore Shannon McQueen rips one down the line and left. She rounds first and she'll slide in safely for a one-out double. Senior Carissa Reisinger then loops a two-out single to left center to score Lightning McQueen, and the Colonels take an early 1-0 lead. Belmont would tie the game in the fourth, and they would look to do more damage, but Rob would get two groundouts to escape the jam. Reisinger would then lead off the top of the fifth with another single, and with one out, she would swipe second. Then with two outs, sophomore Katie Tackett gaps one to right center for an RBI double, and the Colonels regain the lead. Turner then leads off the bottom of the fifth with the double, and she would later score to tie the game. Neither team would score through the rest of regulation, so we go to extra innings. Senior Melissa Costa would lead off the top of the eighth, and she skies one about a mile high. Johnson gets under, but the wind gives her trouble and she can't squeeze it, so the Turlock, California native makes it to second on the air. Katie Tackett up next, does what she does best. Bam! Launches one to left field, and the Colonels have a two-run lead in the top of the eighth. Freshman Emily Kincaid up next. Bam! She launches one to center field, and the Colonels go back-to-back, and they take a three-run lead. The Colonels still weren't finished. Kayla Joyce draws a walk, and then junior Christina Seelig lines a single to center, and then takes second on the throw home that held Joyce at third. McQueen then bounces one through the box, scores both Joyce and Seelig, and the Colonels plate five before they record their first out in the top of the eighth. After Hammer leads off the bottom of the eighth with a single, Daly hits a hard one to the hole, and Shinazi makes a diving stop and throws her out from her knees. Hammer would score on a throwing error to make the score 7-3, and Hollingsworth would get a sac fly as Kristen Perry came in relief to trim EKU's lead to 3. Farrell would then hit one to the gap in left center, and freshman Kayla Joyce lays out and makes a great catch to end the game. And the Colonels take game one from Belmont 7-4. Colonels enjoying a little break between games 1 and 2, and Melissa Costa would get a one-out single in the top of the first, and then Katie Tackett would double off the wall and right. Hollingsworth would struggle with the ball, so Coach Worthington, who was going to hold up Costa, would send her home, and the Colonels take an early one-run lead. Freshman Sarah Fobbs would smack one through the box to score Tackett, and Eastern has a 2-0 lead. The story of this game, though, would be sophomore hurler Leanna Pitchenbarger. She gets hammered to pop out to Howes to end the first. She would walk Johnson to lead off the second, but Johnson would be erased from the bases for leaving early, and the Belmont coach did not like that. So with one out, Pitzenbarger would strike out Turner before getting Vera to fly out to end the second. Then with two outs in the third, Gift would hit a hard one to second, but Howes flashes some leather and robs Belmont of their first hit. Noticing a pattern here, she gets Hammer swinging to end the fourth, and in the fifth, she throws one by Vera as the Bruins once again go down in order. After a perfect sixth and with two down in the seventh, Hammer hits one that drifts foul, but Reisinger is there to squeeze it and seal the no-hitter for Pitzenbarger. The sophomore needed only 71 pitches to make the early two runs stand up for the Colonels as they take the first two games against Belmont. This has been David Miller with your Softball Express.